First, welcome to my channel. This is Suman Neelam Geologist. Now I am going to explain about the weathering, how the rocks are exposed to the ground surface, which are affected on the natural agencies like wind, air, or chemical reactions if affected on the surface of the rock formations, which are alter or changes their original characters to the new characters. This is the fundamental character of the weathering process. So what is the weathering? It is a natural phenomena that interface between the atmosphere and lithosphere. So what is the lithosphere? Lithosphere is nothing but it is a solid structure of the earth. So that is normally called as lithosphere. Litho means rock, means it is composed of different types of minerals. So that is called rock. So what is the mineral? Mineral is a naturally occurring homogeneous substance which has more or less structures and different chemical composition and physical properties. That is called natural forming minerals. So these are different types of minerals are there and different types of rocks are available. So as you know very well about the rock types, so igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. So important thing of the rock structures which are altered or which are changed their characters, the original characters to the new different characters, which is formed due to the action of weathering. Weathering is the main essential thing to bring changes about the pre-existing rocks to the new forming minerals or rocks. So in this weathering process, there are different types of factors are acted on the surface of the rock formations, which are climate and structure, texture, composition of rocks, vegetation cover and time. These are the main agents to bring the changes of original characteristics of the rock formations. So naturally occurring phenomena of weathering is disintegrated or decomposed chemically or physically, mechanically. Original rock texture is formed into or acted into or divided into different types of particles or which may changes may come in their composition besides their structure and texture also. So how it is formed? So I am giving the brief introduction about these rocks. So please keep watching my video to learn about the weathering and how the process is acting on the rocks. Natural features of the rocks that affect the degree of weathering at major points. So that is the very important thing. So rocks may be composed with different types of minerals, so which are having different texture and different composition compared to the other rocks. In the case of igneous rocks, which are having the more stability than other remaining sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. In the igneous rocks, we can observe the joints and cracks and fissures. These can be indicated the weak zones of the rocks. In the case of sedimentary rocks, we can observe the bedding planes. So bedding layer by layer lithification we can observe in the sedimentary rocks. In the same process, foliation and nicosity, schistosity, this type of structures we have seen in metamorphic. So this is the fundamental phenomena, as we know very well about we can study these properties of rocks in basic level. So in the case of weathering, so rocks are composed with different types of minerals which may have different types of texture. Texture is the most important thing, and composition of minerals are a very important thing in the degree of weathering to affect the natural agencies. What are the natural agencies? Like natural agencies like wind, air, gravity, oxygen and carbon dioxide and other chemical fluids. So which can act physically on the surface of the earth, which may react with the composition of the particular mineral, particular rock composition. So the changes may started in that rock original structure. So this is the fundamental phenomena is occurred in the weathering process. These are what is the gravity? Gravity which moves from higher elevation point to the lower deposition area. So gravity also main agent of the weathering due to rock particles which are rolled from elevation point to the down portion area. So this is also one of the important factor in the weathering. So for example, rock, we are telling rock composition or rock mineral composition is an important factor in weathering. So rock types are different composition which are having like fine grained rocks, or texture means fine grains, or other coarse grained rocks too. So rocks types are having two types of characters like fine grained rocks and coarse grained rocks. Fine grained rocks are always mostly affected by the degree of weathering by natural agencies. In the case of coarse grained rocks are not much affected by the degree of weathering by the natural agencies. This is the fundamental phenomena or basic thing. So that's why in the case of we can observe the igneous rocks which are not affected by the degree of weathering. So in the case of sedimentary and metamorphic rocks, which may show different types of weathering processes or weathering which may totally change it from one previous existing rocks to the new forming rocks. So as we know, you can see the physically we can observe the things what happen. So in the case of how these type of stability of minerals or stability of minerals, how they are formed from one place to another place. So what is the reason behind them to form? Some minerals are having loose contact and some minerals having most strength to compare to the other minerals. For example, rock compositions or rock texture means which shows the stability of the strength and hardness of the rock is shown by the composition of minerals. That is the main agent thing. So if you observe the Bowen's reaction principle, that can easily tell us about how the minerals are formed, least stable minerals and hard stable minerals. So in that Bowen's reaction principle, there are two types of groups are available, which are discontinuous series and continuous series. Discontinuous left hand side series is called continuous series. When the first form of mineral is formed alvin, from that which is formed at the 1200 degrees centigrade of the temperature, which when it loses its temperature, it decreases towards downside. Alvin, pyroxene, amphibole, mica is formed. After the remaining magma is forming different types of minerals. When the leftover the magma is formed, to another type of mineral is formed. So in this series, which are these minerals formed at different types of temperature and pressure conditions. There is a different discontinuity is there, so that is called discontinuous series. In that discontinuous series, we can observe the alvin, pyroxene, amphibole, mica minerals. When in case of the right hand side continuous series, from the anorthite to albite, so radioactive feldspar minerals are formed. So in that right side minerals which are formed at the different, it is a sequence is there when we compare to the left hand side discontinuous series. So that is so the left hand side series is discontinuous series and the right hand side series is called continuous series. Least mineral is from first formed mineral in right hand side is anorthite, and least formed mineral is formed as that is albite, soda feldspar, that is calcium feldspar. So orthoclase is formed which are connected together at that particular point. There orthoclase is formed, that is feldspar mineral, orthoclase, and mica. Final mineral is quartz. Quartz is having the most stable mineral in the mineral compositions. So that's why mineral quartz is having more stability than compared to other minerals. So in that the Regico's feldspar mineral means which are formed at the continuous series from albite, anorthite, orthoclase, andesite, labradorite, bitonite, orthite. And when we read about this series, which is started from the albite towards, we are going to upside. Last number is anorthite, albite, oligoclase, andesine, labradorite, and bithanite. Final one is anorthite. So, but it is decreasing when the decreasing of temperature from anorthite to albite, all these minerals we can read again. So, the last formed or least formed minerals are most stable mineral is after this continuous series what is formed. So, in this Bowen's reaction principle, we can observe first formed minerals and least formed minerals. So, how the minerals are formed at different types of conditions. All types of rocks are mostly composed with silicate minerals. How the silicate minerals are there, how they are divided into, on which basis we can observe we can study about, we can discuss about in the next class. Until then, you keep watching this video. If any errors are available, if you find any errors in my lecture, please excuse me. After a long time I am explaining about this topic. So if you like my video, please subscribe and share my video. Comment in comment box.